So there it is, folks. The transfer window has slammed shut, and some good news and some bad news. So let's break it all apart and take a little look at what we did. That's right, folks, back once again with another video, this time giving you a bit of a roundup of Blackburn Rovers transfer activity, and we'll get to that in just a second. If you're new to the channel, smash the old subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, championship related, world football related, all here under one roof. Skis. That's right, folks. So, yes, it's been a bit of an up and down transfer window. It started off promising with the arrival of Bradley Johnson. It kind of cranked up a little bit when the retain list was announced. What else happened after that? Then I think we were looking. Then there was the David Raya situation. Anyway, bodies came in, bodies left. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But let's talk about better business now, shall we? Let's talk about what was wanted, what wasn't, and what never got done. So for me, I was actually on the lookout for a big boss. Well, actually, I was on the lookout for a utility man, kind of someone who could play all over the place a little bit, and I think we got that in Stuart Downing. Next up was the big boss man midfield, and that was one of the things that was kind of top of my list. And we got that with Bradley Johnson. I actually even called it or suggested it in one of my buy, keep or sell videos earlier in the window. So we got that done. Defenders. Now, yeah, we did bring in Tonsin Adebayo on loan, and we also brought in Greg Cunningham on loan. And we lost a couple as well. We lost Downing. We lost Jack Rodwell, if you can consider him a defender. We lost, allegedly, as of recording, very late at night, Charlie Mulgrew. Who else did we lose? I'm sure we lost another. But yeah, so we did get some defenders in, but it's kind of chalk and cheese, you know. We got a couple in, we let a couple go. Did we add depth to it? Probably not. Goalkeeper, another bit of a nasty taste in my mouth. David Raya left. No, let's back that up a hair. So, end of the season, Lautweiler was playing in goal. He did okay. Not brilliant, but he did okay. Early door rumours, David Raya to leave, or Brentford making a bid. That rumour was quashed. Lautweiler's contract was coming up. Then signed an extension. That kind of put a little stink in my tail, because the words coming out of the gaffer's mouth at that time was him saying, we're looking for an experienced keeper to compete alongside David Raya. So I was thinking, you know what, if we bring an experienced keeper in, flipping Raya's already, to compete with Raya, Lautweiler's signed an extension, that's 3 keepers coming in, Fisher's knocking on the door as well. It doesn't make sense. And then obviously it all fell to shit, and David Raya went away. This experienced keeper never came. We brought in a replacement on loan. So we did get a new keeper. We'll divulge about that in a minute. And an attacker. And obviously, DG scoring goals for fun last season, player of the year. But we needed some more competition as well. And I think we did okay. Picking up Sam Gallagher for about 5 million. When you look at some of the other fees banded around, Lucas Jow, like 7 or 8 million, Pushkas, whatever, flipping Reading paid. Some people got ripped off, and I think we got a really good deal because he can score goals. We know that. It's just going to have to bide his time a little bit and hopefully score within the next couple of games. So, yeah, that was the transfer business. So let's take a look at the faces now in a little bit more detail. So Downing comes in, utility man. Johnson comes in, the big boss man midfielder. Christian Walton comes in for goalkeeping jersey. Sam Gallagher is your attacker. Greg Cunningham comes in to improve the defence. And Tonsin Adebayo comes in to improve the defence as well. Now, 1, 2, 3 of these bad boys are loanees. 2 of these were free transfers, and this was a £5 million pickup. The rumour has it that the gaffer was told we're going to have about the same amount of money that we did last season when we bought big bad boy Brereton for 7 million. So if we spent 5 million of it, we should have 2 million left. Right? Simple maths. On the flip side, Craig Conway was released. Jack Rodwell was released. David Raya was sold for 3 million to Brentford. Joe Notta was sold to Blackpool for just, I think it was £700,000, something like that. Paul Daniel was released. He's gone on to Portsmouth, and allegedly, right here, right now, the rumour is Charlie Mulgrew is gone to Wigan on loan. So this has freed up a little bit of wages. Rodwell's freed up of wages. Conway's probably was one of the higher earners, I reckon. So all in all, we probably made 3.75 million. Let's just round that up to 3. Let's just round up to 4 million, just to make maths simple. So we spent 5 million. We accumulated 4 million. So that means we were down 1 million from the alleged 7 million. So there should be £6 million burning a hole in my pocket. Now we did not really. We brought in a couple of loanies. Now, what's going to happen to that 6 million? Has that just been washed around? Has that been just going to be gobbled up by these wages? To be honest with you, I don't think these kind of players deserve that kind of wages. I think we've definitely kind of been ripped off a little bit there. So there's either £6 million floating around somewhere, or it was all gobbledygook, and we've just kind of wiped our face a little bit by selling Raya, bringing in 3 loanies, especially goalkeeper, which concerns me massively, and adding. You know, if there was one area that we didn't really need to improve on, it was the attacking lineup. You know, we got Dominic Samuel coming through, DG was scoring goals, Big Bad Boy Burton, £7 million man, Armstrong playing down the middle, flipping Joe Rothwell and all those chappers can offer support in attack as well. It's not that I love Gallagher. I think he's going to do well, but it was an unnecessary bit of, if you're going to have to spend some money, why didn't you spend it on a centre back and a goalkeeper? Really? That's my only gripe. Great additions. They're all great additions. They are. We've definitely improved. If you look at Downing and you look at Conway, we've definitely improved there. If you look at Nuttall and you look at Gallagher, we've definitely improved there. You look at Johnson and you look at Rodwell, we've definitely improved there. Downing I'm going to compare to Cunningham. Yeah? So, for whatever reason. But Cunningham is definitely an upgrade from Downing. Walton and Raya is kind of equal. And then Mulgrew and Adebayo. I think Thompson is obviously a better centre back than Charlie Mulgrew. Obviously, Mulgrew offers something else, and that was the snafu with Mulgrew, is he offered an amazing set piece, but little else defensive wise. So we're ultimately. The players that we have now and the players that we had last season, if there was anybody I wanted to take a set piece or a free kick, it would be Charlie Mulgrew. So we are downgrading our set piece taking abilities. I know Stuart Downing can take him. I know Bradley Johnson's got a bit of a rocket on his foot. And I'm sure, Rothwell, I don't like any of those guys taking them. But Downing could definitely take some set pieces as well. So, but Mulgrew was the master. And I hope he just, and that's another thing. He's got another year. Once this loan deal, if it's goes through, he'll still have another season with us on his contract. So maybe we will still see him turning up in the blue and white halves at the end of the day, sort of thing. So those are the players and all that kind of good stuff. So I want to grade Blackburn Rovers transfer activity on a few sort of areas. For example, financially, the squad as it stands, and an overall summary. So basically, I think financially, I think the board have done themselves pretty good. For their point of view, they I don't know if they were supposed to, if that 7 million fee is legitimate, but ultimately we spent 5 million. We've kind of recouped nearly 4 million of it, so they kind of take a 1 million hit as it stands, which may have been recuperated some other way. Somehow. So £1 million down for another season of the Championship is not too bad for their point of view, the Venky's point of view. So I'm going to give us a B for that. As for the squad, it's definitely improved. Obviously, the numbers, the depth-wise, hasn't really improved. If you look at the outs and then you look at the ins and the loans, we are still sending players out. Magalori's out. Scott Walton is out. We're sending players out. We're not really adding more numbers to the team, especially defence, and that is the area of major concern for me. So I'm going to give us the squad right now. It has improved, but the numbers are a little bit off. So I'm going to give us a B+ for that. So overall, with the finances and the squad itself, I can't really knock it too bad. So I'm going to give it a B+ for our transfer activity. I think we did okay. From the third eye, looking at this, I think, Rovers have actually done bits here. Bringing in Cunningham, they brought in flipping Gallagher. You've got Bradley Johnson, Stuart Downing, Thompson. Yeah, it's not bad business, is that? But they don't know the gaping holes that we have in defence, and we've not really fixed it. We've kind of scrambled a little bit, and we're going to just try and do, yeah, Williams was good last season. Yeah, Lenihan, those two were great. Thompson's going to have a little bit of competition for that spot. As for the goalkeeper, Walton will do a job okay, and maybe Fisher will kind of step up the plate a little bit for next season and kind of come in and become number one. I don't think that's happened. I think it's too soon. I think Fisher will be reserved next season. That will piss off, and then hopefully we'll bring in another keeper then. But that is another season from now. Right back, we never strengthen right back. Nyambe is the only recognised out and out right back on the books. We strengthen left back, which we already had Bell, Hart, Williams and Downing that could officially play and that left back slot. So not particularly great covering that area. We all know how Bennett can play there, but he's not particularly good. Travis doesn't really, we don't really want to put him there because he's not that, he's a starter, a regular for that centre midfield slot. Joe Rankin Costello, possibly. I don't know too much about him first team wise, but I'd love to see him given a shot, and hopefully he could be the answer to at least offering some relief for Nyambe at right back. The midfields and the forwards kind of sorts itself out. Smallwood's still here, Evans is still here, Davenport's still here, and then Dominic Samuel's still here. Butterworth, maybe some of these players will get binned off because the League 1, League 2 the windows are still open for a little bit longer. But yeah, it's as much as I've given them a glowing rating here of a B+, it just kind of stinks a little bit for me. The area I ultimately wanted to see improve, especially just depth-wise. Depth-wise was defence, and it hasn't been done. So for me, it's a personal failure, but you got to believe in the badge, and I do, and I'll be rooting for the lads, no question about it. If it's Elliot Bennett at right back and Stuart Downing at left back, Amari Bell at centre back and Christian Walton up top, I don't care. I'll be rooting for the boys and I'll be cheering them all the way. We'll probably get beaten with that sort of starting 11, but yeah, we just got to stick by him. In Mowbray, I trust. I do believe. I know he's And for all sake, it's just frustrating. Mowbray might have had good intentions, and he does have good intentions. We're not throwing silly money around. We're not doing stupid things like a Coyle would do, or what's his name, Steve Keane or whatever. Pissing out. His name's kind of out of my head. But they would have thrown silly money. I expect teams like QPR throwing silly money around for bringing in Jordan Heigels, for the Naki Wells, and all these other kind of players that are coming in and doing things, on paper that bringing in the big boys looks good, but if they get it wrong, they could find themselves in a bit of financial piss. Mowbray is switched on. He knows, we got to do things right. We don't want to be in a financial pickle. We're not bringing in 30,000 people coming through the door to generate the gate receipts to kind of boost our coffers a little bit. We got to play sensible and we got to do things. And I'm pretty sure of it. There was more options, deals floating around that Mowbray was trying to get done. And it all, we were just getting priced out, and that's the reality of it. We do have a really good squad, and I'm sure we can compete with the big boys. I think our attack is probably I would say one of the best, but it's definitely our strongest asset. Our defence is still our weakest thing, but we've not seen Thompson in action. We've not seen, Walton giving a good fair crack at the whip. And Lenihan for me is a beast, and if we can keep him fit and give him some company in the middle of that defence, then we could upset a few people along the way. So that's me. That's all I got to do. Anyway, folks, I really do got to get going because I am leaving in less than 24 hours. In fact, just over 12 hours. We'll be on the road for a 6,000-mile road trip over the course of 2 weeks. I will be trying to bring the videos to you as and when I can, and hotels and stuff like that. So don't worry about that. I was going to try and keep going, but it's going to be a little bit rougher around the edges over the next few days. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the thumbs up. If you're new, smash the subscribe. New videos pretty much every single day until I see you all again, which will be very, very soon, probably in another weird ass state. Ohio, Wisconsin, the Dakotas, Wyoming, whatever the heck it is, Montana. We're going all over the flipping place, and you'll see me there. Ciao for now. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.